Welcome, everybody. So this was supposed to be posted yesterday, and that's pretty much how this week is going to be. Welcome to the check-in for the week of November 26th. As always, if you're joining and it's not the particular week of November 26th, you are still in the right place, and this message is still relevant to where you are. So anytime that you are called to listen to this message, know that you are in the right spot, and this is for you, exactly where you are right now. So when I check in on this, there is a lot of resistance, a lot of haze around the energy and the ability to check in and get clarity right now. So yesterday, and the reason I didn't post yesterday I felt exhausted, and I think I couldn't get a clear read on anything. So I needed to step back. I'll just take a moment. I did do some meditation, but it just felt off all day. So I decided to take a break and to check in today instead. So today's energy, things were moving a little bit easier. So I decided to jump on and just see what I can pull up for you guys. So there's a lot in this week. If you're in America, it is Thanksgiving week. So that carries with it a lot of storylines. We are always working within our bloodline and the storylines that cross over for us in our human ancestors that we have been birthed into. So um, I feel like that is here, and that with that, there's always joy and anxiety and all the things that come with anything that has to do with our extended bloodline. So it does feel like there's a lot of it's not chaos, it's more like um clutter that needs to be moved. I feel like we need a lot of patience this week. So it's great to have an agenda. It's great to have an intention. But I really feel that we need to simplify it, because if we try to make things happen in the way that we want to have them happen, we're going to hit a lot of resistance. So it's going to really be about, can you find a way to have patience, to be open to things moving in the way that they're meant to, not necessarily the way that you want them to? And so whatever's coming up for you this week, try to take moments where you can almost recalibrate, get grounded in your body. Because if you can get a sense of where you are right now in this moment in time, it's going to help you to navigate whatever's coming up for you. So, like with what I was talking about yesterday, I felt a lot of energetic resistance, kind of like I had an agenda when I woke up, things that I was meant to do. I didn't really do any of them. And some of them were things I was really looking forward to, but when it came down to it, I just didn't have the energy to make it happen. And so today I'm doing this not in the way that I intended. It's a little bit jumbled, but I really wanted to stay on my own timeline of um posting these and like getting things out into the ethers, because I want to continue to be present in that way. So it's going to be things like that. So it may be that you hit a travel delay. It may be that you don't find the foods that you need. It may be that you feel rushed. It may be that you're on your way to somebody's house and like the subway's not working. Whatever it may be for you, try to give yourself some grace, give the situation some grace, give other people some grace, and give it a little bit of space so that you can navigate every situation that comes up this week from a very patient, grounded place within yourself. Okay, so that seems to be a message that we all need to hear right now, but I'm going to just feel in for a second and see if there's something else, because I do feel that there's like some more resistance around my throat. So there might be resistance around yours as well. So like it's almost like tying the throat chakra. So let me see. So the message around that is to feel into your heart space and feel into your heart space for yourself first, and then allowing yourself to really move from a place of heart space instead of having to fill the space or fill and fix the uncomfortableness or the resistance or the stress. Um, to really sit and find the joy and the heart center of it all. This can be a trying time this week. Most of the things that we um, find in our timeline, specifically holidays, they're really good to look at, are based in stories. We wanted to mark with significance a specific event that happened and found a convenient day to put it on. So I would say trust in you and how you want to use that day, that time. So for some people, they celebrate Thanksgiving because it's something they've always done. It's a time that um, their families come together and it's celebratory and it's wonderful. That's great. For some people, they see it as a um a resistance, a day where something was taken, where land was stolen. And we need to validate that. We need to hold space for that because there's truth in that too. And some people have liked to turn this into a day of gratitude. Um, you know, You could do that as well. I see that a lot in the school systems where they don't quite know how to celebrate it, right? Because they don't want to tell the truth on either side. And so they find neutral territory in the middle and call it a day of gratitude. So I feel that gratitude is always important. Um, but this week, there's a lot going on in the collective energy space that's creating a lot of resistance and a lot of clutter. And I think that this is not the week to start going deep into things. I think this is the week to start to tie up loose threads, things that we have started and needed to complete, whatever that looks like for you. That might be a creative project. That might be an emotional story that you're ready to let go of. It might be something that you've been bringing to therapy. It might be something you've been working on with your family. It might be an illness. It's different for everybody. But I do feel and see a whole a space of loose threads needing to be tied. And as those loose threads become tied, they get woven into our history, they get woven into our story, they get woven into the collective. And so loose threads being tied only helps to create a smoothness that we can all move forward in. So looking at this as a bunch of loose ends needing to be tied and rethreaded, go with that visual because that's kind of how we're going to clear the resistance and the clutter that is really showing up right now. So breathe in, find your heart center, give it grace, give others grace. Go in knowing that you're going to get some unexpected resistance, unexpected events. Um, but with the unexpected, we can learn some great lessons and we can meet some great people. So try to just breathe into it, find patience, and know that it may not be the story you thought, but it can still be an amazing journey. So that's all for this week. I am hoping, and I see that, December is going to be a lot of this up and down stuff. But as we move through December towards the end of it into January, I think that there's more stuff that is going to be clearing out energetically. Of course, there's going to be events that are happening in the world. But the way that we handle those within ourselves, within our own frequency, I think will become a little bit easier as time goes on. So this is really a lot of energy coming up, but it does feel to be clearing and smoothing out. I think that December, things are going to start to pick up and move really fast. So again, there's always the need to take moment by moment, slow down, find your here, find your now, be in the present moment so that you can really start to look forward from a place of better perspective all around. So hope that helps. Leave me a comment if it resonates with you. I would love to hear from people. I hope that you have a wonderful week, whatever it is that you decide to do with it. And I will talk to you next week.